ITeachGeek.com. Ask Brian.
That's me.
Welcome to iTeach Geek. I'm your host Rashad. I'm here to show you how to install WordPress on an IIS server using PHP. If you look under the video, I have a helpful tools box, and I have the PHP tools available to download, and MySQL also to be able to download. You don't have to use either one. You can go on the internet and download anything that I have in those folders, but this will make it a little easier. Alright, so first things first, let's go ahead and make sure that your PHP configuration is right. So we want to go ahead and go to Start, Computer. And I'm taking it for granted that if you already have PHP installed, you already have a PHP info file and you have tested it. If you don't, under my helpful tools in the PHP tools, have a text file. And all you have to do is put this in a PHP format and put it in your root directory. I already have that in my root directory. So let's go ahead and test it. Go ahead and put a local host in there. PHP info. Alright, once you get up in here, if your loaded configuration file is not this, then we have a problem. It's not going to work already off the rip. So the first thing we want to do to make sure that this works, we're going to go to Start, Computer. We're going to go to the Properties, Advanced System Settings. Alright, we're going to go down to the path. And at the end of your path, whatever is at the end, you want to close it like that. You want to put a C and put in where your PHP is at. And then you press enter. And then you press OK. And then you want to make a new one. Click on new. And then you want to call the variable PHP or whatever you want to call it. And then the value, you want to set it to that path again where your PHP files are. Then after that, you want to restart your computer. And one more thing we have to do to make it work also is, like I said again in my helpful tools, we need to go to the config file, and we want to make sure that this is commented out of your PHP INI file, and these two are also commented out. If you don't know where that file is, you should know by now if you have PHP installed, but if you don't, go to Computer, wherever your PHP is installed, and you'll see it here. It'll have something like this at the end, and you just right click and you rename it, and you delete it all the way to the INI. You just delete this production part, and then you go in there and you uncomment these lines out. And the way to uncomment them out is deleting the semicolon. Alright, so after that, you're really ready to go. So let's go ahead and close all this. Now, if you have WordPress downloaded, I do have it in my PHP tools. You can just go to wordpress.org if you want to download it. Once you download it, go ahead and open it up. Go to Start. You want to go ahead and open up your root. And notice I already have the PHP info. That's the file we used earlier. So we want to go ahead and copy everything out of this folder. We're going to put it in there. Alright, let's close all this. Now next thing we're going to need is to install MySQL. You can the best one to get is Community Edition. It's free. It's easy to use. So let's go ahead and open this up. Again, I have this on my helpful tools, this MySQL folder. Go ahead and double click on it. Have a nice little text file in here to help us to make this go smooth. Open that up. Let's go ahead and put that to the side and allow this open up MySQL. We're going to go to next. Do a typical install. Let's go to next. Let's go ahead and launch the configuration wizard. Detail configuration. We're going to pick server machine. Multifunctional database. We're going to leave this default. You can add it to your firewall if you want to. We're going to leave this one default also. Alright, we're going to make a root password. Please remember this password. Alright, let's go ahead. If you want this enabled, go ahead and enable it. Press next. Let's go ahead and execute this. Alright, once it's finished, go ahead and close it. Now we want to go ahead and go to start, and here goes the command line. Let's go ahead and put the password we just made in there. Alright, we're in. Let's go ahead and create a database. If you have this for my helpful tools, you go ahead and copy this and throw it in here. You gotta right click and paste it. And that's the name of the database, WordPress. We're gonna call it WordPress. Press enter. Alright, let's go to show databases. You see WordPress and put use WordPress. Alright, so it's working. Now next thing, we want to make a user. My user, I'm going to call him ITGeeks1. And then I'm going to keep the password right here, password 1. You can change it to whatever you want. I'm going to keep it password 1. So let's go ahead and copy this and put it in there. And press enter. Alright. Next thing we want to do, we want to grant them all permission to that database. So grant all to WordPress. And then put your username here. Remember, this is case sensitive, so remember if you made anything capitalized or not. All right. Copy. Go ahead and paste that in there. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and close this. Let's go to start. Alright, you see this file right here? We're going to go ahead and open it. Alright, once we get in here, we want to go ahead and put the name of the database. Remember, I named my database WordPress. Make sure you put the username in. Remember, the username is case sensitive. Then we're going to go ahead and put the password in that we had. Go ahead and save it. Go ahead and close it. We'll go ahead and rename this. And we want to delete everything all the way to the config. Alright. Now we want to go ahead and go to start. Go back to the management console. Click here on the server. Go ahead and default documents. And make sure that you have an index.php in there. I deleted all these other files, so the only thing we have in here are PHP files. And you can just add it and just put index.php and move it to the top. After that, it's time for us to go install WordPress. So let's go ahead and go to Internet Explorer. Put in localhost /wp-admin/install.php. Press enter. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up. Make the title your site. Make a username. You can put whatever you want. Make a password. Put an email address. Alright, let's go ahead and press install. Alright, let's go ahead and log in. Put that username you just made. Put the password. And I'm in. And to see your WordPress site, you can easily just go ahead and just delete this and just go to the local host to see it. And there it is. And you can install whatever templates you want to. You have to install FTP. I have a tutorial on FTP in order to use it through the back end. But if you want to just download a theme, you can go ahead and upload it. You can go ahead and download it from the site and then put it here in your root directory. You successfully installed WordPress. I'm your host Rashad. Thanks for watching.